Welcome back. I am the broke expat here in the Philippines, either existing or living my dreams. To summarize for the new subscribers and drop-ins, what's going on, about 18 months I moved to Southeast Asia to save money with $175. I had $225 before I bought a sandwich and a drink in SFO, and I've been here now 18 months. A little bit of backstory: I was a professional gambler for 25 years and quit 3 years ago. Gambled ever since I could legally in the United States, taking all my money into a casino. And then going broke or winning over and over again. When you live that lifestyle for 25 years and switch over, things change in a major way. This is the vlog about that. So here it is about, about a week before Christmas. November was really tough. December, a little better. It helped to get under my expenses a little bit here. Got into a cheaper place where I could cook food here in the Philippines. That helped a lot. Right now, I'm trying to get past, the holiday season here. I have extended my visa on the last monies that I had to, a couple months into 2025. And really what I'm hoping is the last 5 months that things kind of have gotten slow on me, being a freelancer and working remotely. I'm kind of hoping that it was just maybe the election and Christmas and everything, and maybe things will stabilize in January. Also, some things that happened is I filed my taxes. Like I said earlier, quitting gambling, I've been spending the few years now trying to get a foundation, working on a budget, saving money for retirement. Moving into retirement age, and that has its own challenges, and that's really why I kind of, really had to get away from the gambling. I probably could have went, continue on gambling for the rest of my life. I felt like I probably would be selling myself short in a major way. This has been a new experience. If nothing else, just working on planning more. Oftentimes, being a gambler, it's hard to plan, right? You lose all your money. Even looking back, I probably would have, saved some money that I didn't touch. And I probably would have been. I probably would have minimized a lot of the problems, really. But however, I probably would have lost it, being divorced 3 times. But yeah, from doing my taxes this last year and going over my budget and expenses from traveling a lot, because I've been here 18 months this go round, but I was in the United States renewing my passport and liquidating my storage. If you want to go back and see these videos where I left everything that I couldn't sell in the weekly hotel I was staying at in El Paso. Before that, I spent almost a year here in the Philippines. So, I knew my way around a little bit. I've been here, I don't know, quite a few times. Also, having experience living out of the country, I got started in Tijuana and Ensenada and hanging out in the Baja area. So, looking forward to the 2025 should be interesting. For those who ask, I mean, I do have some passive income and I mean, seasonal income, I guess is maybe the best way to put it. But I'm no stranger to, the ups and downs of being a freelancer and working online. However, I mean, I have to go quite a ways back before I can remember a time maybe this bad. Things are always changing online, so I have maneuvered that well over the years. However, it's tough to say. I mean, a couple of comments said maybe AI had some things to do with it. Sure, I agree with some of that. But, will I be able to make it through this one? I have had the feeling like I'm finished before. I mean, maybe I got to move on and do something else. But oftentimes I somehow make it through. People ask me a lot about the budget and stuff living here. It's real similar to the experience in gambling. I mean, I made it 28 years because I wanted to. It's the same thing here. I feel like I'm gonna make it just out of pure wanting to continue. That being said, many influencers and stuff online try to sell an illusion of this lifestyle. I don't have anything to sell per se. I do try to make, money from posting videos, and more than anything, my goal is to vlog my experience for people interested in this. Anybody could do this. I remember the first time landing in China. But, I don't know, many years before the pandemic kicked off. And it was interesting because clearing immigration in the United States often felt like they were didn't care much, or, like it was a bother to them. I landed in China. The lady was hustling around trying to help me. Very helpful, actually, telling me what I need to do. Go upstairs, there's an ATM, you should use that because we don't use credit cards in China, things like this. Telling me what I need to do, and in the United States, I go in the customs, feels like I'm bothering them, maybe. Stayed there overnight, and then, of course, landed in Manila at about 1 a.m, looking out the window going, man, what have I done? Shocking, really. I never experienced anything like that. I thought at that point I would be gone a very long time. However, I think I returned home inside of 90 days. Almost shocked, sitting in my chair, when I got back at my buddy's house, kind of thinking to myself, what the hell just happened? And then actually, again, filing my taxes, paying my taxes, and then returning, I believe within 45 days or so. After that point, I've spent less and less time in the United States. To be completely transparent, I've had a tough time really going a long time over here, this stretch here being the longest. Sometimes I feel like the US isn't there anymore. And sometimes I feel like I need to touch it or something. I don't know, it's weird. But this time is quite a bit different. I don't know that I could return in the same way. I've never had less in the United States. I don't have any real family or anything. I have friends and stuff, but no real ties. And at this point, maybe about 8.5 years still left on my passport. I had the opportunity last time to renew my passport abroad. However, I was concerned it would be what's known as a purple passport and kind of limit me as to what I could do. But I decided to return to deal with my storage unit. It was a bit of a mistake, not just getting rid of everything when I moved out of the apartment I was in. They came at me and wanted to, raise the rent a lot. I was on a month-to-month lease that I got lucky to find during the pandemic. I liked where I live. It was nice. I owned my car. It was inexpensive. It was more expensive when they wanted to raise the rent. It was really simple though, because I was like, well, at that price, I'd just rather live somewhere else, frankly. And having lived many years in Mexico, it really became clear to me like A or B. It was like, well, I'm gonna pay $800 a month over here, or I'm gonna pay $400 a month over here. I moved to El Paso for it's cheap. It is still cheap. I think it's very overpriced for, the overall, place that it is. But still probably the cheapest place west of that area. You take a line and draw it straight up to Montana, going through Cheyenne, Wyoming, and west of that is probably the cheapest place at that point. I wouldn't say that I liked Texas all that much, but it was nice. I did enjoy it. If anything, it was convenient to its location to be able to get dental work and stuff like that, and be able to cross the border and hang out and whatnot. good Mexican food. But, you know, even when I went back to renew my passport, they raised the rent at the roadside hotel twice within a couple months, making it unbelievably expensive. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the people there were paying it, frankly. But anyway, gonna work on my budget, and hopefully 2025 people maybe their financial situation improves or new opportunities come around. We'll see. I'm more than anything just trying to get through the holidays. At least if anything, I'm feel like I don't have to deal with all the Black Friday advertisements, and I was able to avoid all the political ads through the election. That alone is worth something. But like one person in the comments said, you know, at some point, I mean, something will happen. Either I'll have to surrender myself to the embassy to get their assistance to go home, or I will have to go home if I continue to lose money. I can't lose money forever. But stay tuned and see what happens when you go broke in Southeast Asia. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.